Hey everybody, I am here in the library and I thought I would record just a couple of videos to help you out. So today we're going to talk about Meet, just to get you guys ready in case you want to use this with your students, or everybody's going to need to join on Friday for our staff meeting. So a couple things about Meet. Just a reminder that when you are in any of the other Google tools, you're going to see up in the waffle that Meet is one of your options. Remember that it might be somewhere in here. I've just moved it, and if you want to move it, you can also just click on it and then drag it to where you want it. So if you want to put it as one of your top ones, absolutely you can do that. So we're back in Meet. I'm going to show you how to schedule one in calendars in just a minute. I'm going to do that in a different video. But if you're in Meet and you've already scheduled some, you'll see that your schedule will show up here. I've got nothing scheduled for today. If I want to join or start one, I'm going to click here. So for the purpose of practicing, I'm going to go ahead and just start one. I'm going to name it practice. Okay. Now it's always going to do this first. It's going to ask you to allow. Okay. We want to join now. So this is if you want to add others. Okay, you've got a link here, or they can dial in and just listen if they want to. You can copy that info and put it into your classroom, or you can add people from here. Just a reminder, this is a great way to check in with your colleagues that are teaching the same things as you. You guys can hold Google meetings also through Meet. All right, I'm going to click out. I'm not having anyone join me today. So now you see me. So what we're going to do is I'm going to move that over here. And you've got some options here. So down at the bottom, you're going to see where you can mute the microphone. So I'll go ahead and do that. It'll look just like that. It'll turn red. You can mute yourself on video. That way they can't see you, but they can still hear you. I can unmute, come back. Okay. You can turn on closed captions. And it's going to be recording what I say and putting it up there as closed captions for your students. So this will be very helpful for some of your students. I'm going to go ahead and turn those off for now. The other things I want to make sure that you're aware of is right up here, you're going to see the People tab. If you click on it, you can see anyone else that's in here, or you can add people from here. The other option you have is Chat. This is a great way to communicate with your students. Hey, everyone. You can send them a welcome message. Welcome to my office hours. And they can also post questions here for you. I like to keep it up and running while I'm doing a Google Meet. That way I can see questions coming in. I also like to send a message that says, please mute your mic and turn up your volume. That way when they come in, they see that, they mute their mic, so they can still hear you, but sometimes I'll say I can't hear you. They just need to turn up the volume on their computer. So you don't want to be able to hear them. You want them to be able to hear you. So if you're someone that's shy and doesn't want to be on camera, that's okay. You can always come back down here. You can mute your video and they can still hear everything that you're saying. Now this box up here with me talking, that's just through another platform that I'm able to record the screen right now so that you can see it. That will not be part of Google Meet. Now, the other thing that I wanted to show you is down here, you can present now. So especially this works well, not as much with an iPad, but on a Chromebook or your computer at home. If you have a camera, then this works great. So present now. You can present just a window or your entire screen. So I like it to do the entire screen, and then that way I can navigate to different places. So if I do that, it's going to show you this. You're going to click on it. So I just clicked on it, and I'm going to hit share. Now, what it's going to do, it's going to show you this. You are presenting your screen. You're presenting to everyone, okay? And you can come back here and hit stop presenting anytime you're wanting to. I'm going to go ahead and click in to a PowerPoint. So you can see exactly what my department's doing. we're just using it as an example, but if I was doing a PowerPoint with my students, I could do this and record it and then send it out later. So I'll go into present mode. This is what my students are going to see in Spanish 2 for this week. Gives them some just directions, reminds them of the schedule that I'm available to help them, and then talks about how we're going to be grading them in our department. Here are their vocab activities. They have links inside that they can go to. Grammar activities, writing activity, speaking activity. But that's just a way for you to present your materials to them from your computer and record yourself talking and explaining things as you go. Now, if I want to go back in to Meet, all I got to do is click back in. I can stop presenting and come right back to you. Okay. The other thing that you'd want to do, most likely, is when you're holding a Google Meet session, down here at the bottom right-hand corner are 3 vertical dots. It's going to give you more options. Change the layout if you want to change how Google Meet screen looks to you. Full screen, in case you want to go full screen. Turn on captions, you can do it from here also. Settings, that's just going to be your video and your microphone. You don't really need to worry about that. Report a problem, help. This is the one that you're most likely going to want to use, record meeting. So I'm going to click out for just a second. I'm going to move this box so that you can see this a little bit better. All right, so I'm going to click in. Whoop, let me move that so I can see it. Record meeting. Now notice in the top left-hand corner, as soon as I do that, well, okay, decline or accept. Up here in the left-hand corner, I've got a gray spinny. As soon as it goes red, it's recording. So now I'm recording anything that's happening during this Google Meet. What it's going to do is going to save to your Google Drive. So if a student couldn't make it while you were explaining things, or if you don't want to invite any students in and you're using this simply to record your lesson, your recording, it's going to go to your Google Drive and you can then just post it into Classroom. So if I want to stop recording, I'm going to go back down to the 3 vertical dots that's down here in the bottom right-hand corner. I'm going to click. I'm going to stop recording. It's going to ask you again, so it's still recording until you hit it the second time. Stop recording. Okay, so those are the basics of Google Meet. If you have any specific questions, send them my way and I will send out another video. I am going to do a separate one, like I mentioned, on how to schedule your Google online sessions, your Google Meet sessions through Calendar. So that way they're all set up and ready to go. All right, bye guys.